Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 5, one of our special editions of the Practical Show. And actually, we don't call it the Practical Show, we just call it Practical Show. So, yeah, welcome to this episode. We call it a special episode because we don't have any VIP guests. That doesn't mean that we will not invite people who are in the audience into the show today, where if you're an expert in the topic, we would love to hear from you and your comments and contribution to what we're saying. Or if you've just got a question, we've no guarantee we'll be able to answer it. We're not the experts on this subject. We're just people who've done some research and know about the problems. I'm in marketing myself, and I know the challenges that businesses are having. Anna, right.
Hello.
Hello. Look, we start our show off with a fun factor every single week, right? And it's brilliant, some of the fun things. Some of them, you're the one with all the fun here, right? So tell
Yeah.
us, Anna, what have you been doing with AI or any fun, interesting things this week?
Well, as I was using AI in some image creation for my posts, some videos, just experimenting and see what is out there, right? But the fun factor, I think we've talked about the washing machines so far, the Hoovers that can be
The
your,
washing machine was what? Episode 1 or 2,
and
was
that's
it?
as one, yeah. And then just because we ran out of milk actually yesterday, and I have two young adults in the house, so I just thought, yeah, would that be nice to have an AI fridge? And then I said, if that's the case, I actually want to share my screen, right?
Hey, before you do,
Like,
Anna, would an AI fridge would it
yeah,
milk would it
fridge or
would it milk the
freezer.
cow for you, or what would it do?
Well, I'd say it might even make a nice cup of coffee
All right,
and
share your
add that
screen.
milk I was looking for, right? So, and I said, okay, I'm just going to put it and see what is there, right? So basically, benefits and disadvantages. So the benefits, they're quite a lot. So you have your energy efficiency, and there's a list of things, and fresher food, and you can track a lot of things. But then into disadvantages. And the funny thing is about that, which I actually never thought at the start, that one of the things that your fridge can be hacked. Okay, so if we go to the disadvantages here, high cost is, I'd say everybody's guessing that, and then your privacy concerns. So actually, data collection and storage might be an issue, and the one that your fridge might be hacked, and you don't know what else might be hacked with it. Probably everything else that on the same Wi-Fi on the same broadband. So yeah, be careful if you want to invest into AI fridge or any AI say equipment. So just check it out about those things before you actually do it. Yeah. So I'm gonna hold off for now and go and buy my own milk and
I
don't need
never
to
thought
buy.
about it, the fridge being hacked, huh?
Yeah, that's it. So
Well, why? I wonder what would they do with the data, right? That they've grabbed that to say that you like to drink milk and you like raspberries and all that. What good would that
apparently,
data be?
yeah, apparently it will give you a lot of information, and it's easy to track things and looking after your diets and so on. But yeah, no, I will think twice before I invest, I guess. But I'm not sure about the AI washing machine. Probably I will go for that one.
Right. Okay. So anyway, look, the title of today's show and the topic, the primary topic that we're going to talking about is the challenges that people have with various different platforms. And when it comes down to it, businesses want to their want to drive traffic to their websites or any owned asset that they have, the landing pages or whatever. And we've got problems with zero click searches and walled gardens in the social media and things like that. And it's just going to get worse as we progress. So, yeah, we've been doing a little bit of research and that sort of stuff, right? So the typical things that people use for driving traffic are social posting on whether it's LinkedIn, TikTok, or wherever, uh, SEO and paid traffic, and yeah, Anna, have you been looking at anything, or do you want me to just say about some of the challenges or anything?
Well, I use LinkedIn a lot, and I want to be better at it, and I want to get into, visibility and credibility. And obviously now we're doing our lives, so I'm not even sure actually if we're live. We need to check that, Thomas, if we're live on LinkedIn. But the one thing that I found, that when we actually were promoting our show, I was told that you can't put the link within the body of the post, which I kind of knew, but I said, okay, we'll try that. So what I did, I actually put the post link, sorry, the LinkedIn Live link, or the Ecamm link, which is an external link, into the comments of the post. So, and I'm told by Thomas that that is not the right way also. So Thomas, over to you. What can you tell us about it?
It's not that it's not the right way. On LinkedIn, the link that you actually put on, I thought you were going to, had you a screen share of that or something, had
I
you?
have, yeah. I'm going to show what actually what I have done on that, right?
Right.
So
You right?
you see my,
You ready?
yeah.
You got it there. All right. Okay. And before Anna continues on there, if somebody is listening to what we're on about on LinkedIn, could you please put a comment in so that we could verify that we are actually live and we have somebody listening to us? We'd really appreciate it if you just say, yeah, we can hear you. Right. Okay.
Okay, so I think I need to redo this again, right? So I'm
Yes.
sharing screen now. Um, Today I think the technology is can you see it? Yeah, I think I am now, right? So what I meant by that, so here is my post when we were promoting the show, and then here where I have put the link in. This is my first comment under the post, right? So was this the good way, not the right way, or any
All
comments,
right.
Thomas?
Well, what I'm saying is because the link that you put on was for LinkedIn content, Google will love you for that. It's an external link where they have the walled garden that if you were sending them out to your website, that they would reduce the visibility of your post. In this case, they probably didn't. In this case, it was probably the opposite. They probably showed your post more often because you're putting a link in and keeping the audience on LinkedIn. Uh, so
Okay.
the challenges really come down to the fact that if you've got something that you want to share on your website or any other owned platform where the platform belongs to you, then that's where the real challenge is. And, social media platforms are constantly making it more difficult to send organic traffic to the website. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram don't allow you to put posts into the content. You have to put it into your profile and direct people to it. And even TikTok, my understanding is even if you mention that there's a link somewhere in your profile, that they're picking it up, the algorithms there are picking it up and saying that we're not going to show that content as often. And as a matter of fact, look, TikTok realized that if they allowed people to sell there, instead of selling on their own platforms, as in privately owned, TikTok
Mm-hmm.
created a shop to keep people on TikTok, right?
I'm
So,
not on TikTok, but I heard about it. Yeah. So basically, every platform is trying to keep everybody on their own platform, right? LinkedIn is no different. But there is something more interesting. What I've learned this last couple of weeks from you, Thomas, is which I never actually heard before: zero-click searches. So, and that's what we will be talking about today, and more so the challenges that businesses actually face because of that, and how we all want to keep, our potential clients or our prospects. We want to keep them on our own platform where we own the data. But I'm gonna ask you now: what do we need to know about zero-click
well,
searches, and
when it
what is it?
comes when it comes to zero-click searches, Google are repeatedly increasing the amount of the volume of zero-click searches. And a zero-click search is when somebody, and we've all experienced it, but possibly did not know what the term was, is when somebody types into Google in particular, and their query, and it comes up with the results, also known as the SERP, SERP is the which stands for search engine results page. But when somebody puts in something they're looking for and they get the answer on the results page and they don't have to click on anything and they've found out everything that they want to know about that question. I believe, Anna, you have been doing some research on this.
Yes. So if I again share my screen now and zero-click content. So I actually earlier search on Google what is zero-click content. So I know we're talking about searches, but here is the content, right? And what came up with that, what is the name? So there is a lot of information for that, but the formatting of it. So firstly, I got my answer straight away just here without even going into lead origin, whatever this website is. They probably have given this explanation, but now I don't have to go into this. And I have a whole lot of information after that. But I'm going to, before I go into some of other details, I don't know, Thomas, can you explain what this is? Because straight away after that first explanation, I will go to here. And I would like to know what this is. They seem all the questions that asked for me, and I need to go too far. I actually don't need to go to any websites. I am saving a lot of time by literally clicking on those arrows and all the questions that are there for me that I could have thought about myself, but I'm already there. I'm saving a lot of energy here to think about it. I have all the answers, and I don't need to go to anywhere else unless I'm really, really looking to buy something, and I will do different research for that, I guess. But here, just for the information, I don't need to go anywhere else. So I click on those, and I don't know what exactly all of this means, but I know that I have enough information and I can go and do whatever else I was doing. So what about from your perspective as somebody who's in marketing?
Okay, well, look, Anna, everything you said there is what's really the problem. And I have to say, as a user, I'm guilty of doing it myself, right? I love the convenience of it and I get all the information, especially the section you were just showing there where it's the ask section. And but as a business owner and a marketer, it's becoming a bit of a nightmare to try and come up with strategies to overcome that. And just to give you an indication of some of the stuff that's been going on, right, and how it's progressing, between January and December in 2020, nearly 65% of all the Google searches, I'm talking 2020 now, 4 years ago, right?
Okay.
Yeah, ended up without a click to another website. So 65% of the people did a search on Google, stayed on Google and got the answer. And if you break that down, there was 46.5% of the searches that were done on a desktop resulted in nobody going there. And what's...
Is there any point even having the website at this stage?
Well, that's what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to keep you on their platforms. I said 46% on a desktop. This is the frightening one. 77% of searches on a mobile devices had no click, and we're talking 2020. Right?
Can you show that research, please? Because I know
Well, that was 2020. What I'm going to tell you, 2024. Yes, I do have something for 2024. This year, there was a research done by a number of different people, by Rand, I should say, Fridgen, he's going to kill me for pronouncing his name wrong, right? On Spark Toro and a number of other resources that he pulled, and he said 2024, for every 1,000 clicks in the EU, 374 of them were resulting in opening a website. So here it is in more detail here, right? The US and the European searches are different. So in America, 58% of searches ended up in a zero click so far in 2024, right? And in the EU, 59%, almost the same, right? So if you want to break that down, for every 1,000 clicks in the EU region, Google searches, only 37% of them, or 374, I should say, resulted in opening a website, and 360 in the US. So it is.
It is a quite complex research and it's a lot of information there. So what I would say that for our listeners, again, I'm not sure if we're actually on LinkedIn Live. We need to double check that, Thomas. But we're going to put the link into the comment section after the show, and you can actually read it for yourself. Some of the figures are quite frightening, and I'm thinking, like, do I need to invest into something else, or will I keep up with my LinkedIn profile? I don't know. There are a lot of questions there. And on that one, Thomas, just to ask you, if somebody would like to know more or to see if there is a solution to this, how they can reach out to you, would that be, what's the
Well,
best way?
well, look. I mean, there is ways to get in touch with myself, right? And one of them is actually LinkedIn, and there is my information. But I think I have a few more different things I would like to share about how you go about recognizing some of the areas, right? Anna, when you had your pages up there a moment ago, you had a few different things that were worth speaking about,
Yeah.
like the
Back to my fridge search or anything else that I was searching. And I'm going to share something else. Probably some of our listeners know about this, but I only recently knew through you, Thomas. I'm learning quite a bit, right? So if we look at this page again, I just put a question. So I got all my answers, as you can see there. I don't know if you can see oh yeah, here is the BART AI, right? So I got my information, as I said, and I have all the information beside this and a lot of questions. So everything is done for me. I don't need to think too much, just click and get my information. But something I want to bring your attention to, this is back to what we're learning about AI and what we know and what do we know any other tools. So if we look at this one, and I want to bring your attention to this part, which is AI Assist, right? BART AI and ChatGPT in this case. So what it is, again, thanks to Thomas, since we started a couple of months ago, I guess now, Thomas introduced to this AI Assist, which is actually a plugin, which is a Chrome extension. So how to get that Chrome extension? When he told me first time and I wanted to search for it, I couldn't find it. I was going by the name of AI Assistant, but it's actually not an AI assistant. I don't know if I can share. No, I'm staying actually on the same one. So for you to find this plugin, what do? You go to your three dots here on the right side and go and search for extensions. And when you get to the extension, you will click on search everywhere with Google. That's what you have to search for. When that comes as search everywhere with Google, this is the right extension will come, which is called BART. Used to be Gemini. Am I right, Thomas? They just changed the name, is it?
yeah, it's Gemini, yeah, and yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons that people are not clicking away, because there is AI assistance like this, and there is several different segments that Google are introducing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to. Did I lose Anna? Yes, I did. I lost Anna. They're technical things, right? There we go. We lost Jana.
Yeah, I know, whatever. Technology
Yeah,
definitely not on our side
exactly. But
today.
there's several. If we come back to the AI assistant in a moment to give you time to get yourself. I know we lost you, but there's on Anna's page there when she had it up there. There was the snippet, which is the information on the very very top. It's a Google snippet, and you'll find that people are getting very very smart. That's the SEO marketers and how to utilize that for themselves. So if it's complex data that Google cannot share in a couple of lines, and it encourages people to go to a website. But if they can answer everything in that couple of lines, the other section, Anna, you had it up there yourself, I think, right?
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm gonna, Thomas, I don't know what happened there. I was
I'll
sharing,
bring you
but
back here in a second, right? Just so, right, we had this section here, right? Then we had, we had this, right? Yes, there's this, which is the answer box that Anna had up there, right? Oh no, this is the snippet still up here, right? But there was the answer box as well, where Anna had it up there, where different things are answered. Like if I were asked a very, very simple question, like what's the capital of France, I get this snippet here. It's called an answer box, and it comes in all different formats. We have the knowledge box here on the right hand side, could come up for anything. And then we have the this one here, the answer box, which Anna had on her screen earlier. And they're really, really pushing very hard. Anna, have your page is there ready to go? It is, right? Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's so easy for us users now to stay on that one page that we don't need to go anywhere. So just to follow, because I was there cut off a few minutes ago, if you go on your Google account, if you actually go on those three dots and click on the extensions, right, and go into the go to the extension web store, and then instead of putting AI assistant as I had earlier on my page, you need to search for search everywhere with Google, and then you will see that this comes up as a search everywhere with Google. And the one that we're looking for, it's called Bard Gemini. So it's the same as it's a Google ChatGPT. Am I right?
Well, I don't think Google would like you mentioned the word ChatGPT in their sentence, but yeah, it's their AI, large language model. Yes, so yes, that's what that is. Where were we then? Oh yes, I was on about that. Oh, we've lost Anna again. Every time she changes page, she seems to drop for some reason or another.
We have some technical difficulties, but
you're pressing the X, you're knocking yourself off.
Yeah. In saying that, because I am already paid member or user of ChatGPT, Google actually has two places. I mean, I can compare ChatGPT answers and AI to one screen to another. I can get all information in one place, which again, Google keeps me in the same place, so I don't need to go too far.
Yeah. So as we were saying, yeah, look, from a user point of view, this is brilliant that we get all the information. We type in what time is a particular restaurant open, and we get the local business pages. We get everything. We don't have to click. Even the phone number is there. And yeah, we can transfer that. If we're on our mobile devices, it's all very handy. We just dial straight away. And yeah, the AI section that Anna just showed you there, the assistant, in May of this year, Google rolled out what's called another segment that they're trying to keep people on their platforms called the AI Overview. They rolled it out everywhere. Governments and around the world, especially in EU, were complaining that they were trying to keep people on their on Google's platform, and they were being unfair, and lots of different things happened as a result of what's going on at the moment with all these platforms trying to keep you on their platform. But again,
I have a question, Thomas.
Yeah.
If that's the case, right? If that's the case, so what does it mean for, say, if you SEO marketer, right?
Well, if you're an SEO,
more traffic, and it's more difficult to bring people to your website. So what do you have to do?
Right. Well, if you're an SEO marketer, as I mentioned earlier, you create content that's too complex for Google to display on a simple 4-line section in their snippets, right? Also, what you can do is use tools like SEMrush and a few things where they will tell you the keywords that will trigger a zero-click search, right? So that's the one for an SEO marketer. Most SEO marketers probably will know that. But one of the things that you need to be aware of that at the moment, with only 30% of clicks going to a website, more and more are turning to paid, more and more businesses are turning to paid advertising. And here's another challenge, because more and more people are turning to that, it's getting more competitive and the cost per click is increasing. So there is a lot of challenges out there. So when you combine all these challenges of the social media platforms and Google, right? So the social media platforms with the walled gardens trying to keep you there and doing everything to make it more and more difficult. And Google then making it difficult that they don't want you leaving their platform, right? Like you said earlier, why would we have a website or something, right? So
Yeah.
that's
I
zero click.
love castles, right? And I love castles. And we really visited quite a few, and that's the only walled garden I knew. And now there is another definition for that. Interesting.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, look, the zero click environment is making clicks to be a very valuable asset, and they need to be treated in a very, very precise way, right? And a very, they're very precious now when you get a click. So, and there's
So
loads of
what is the bottom
implications.
line, Thomas? What is the solution really? How do we overcome this challenge? Or is there a solution
Well,
for it?
look, there. First of all, as I said, for content creators, they need to be thinking of different strategies, like ourselves here, right? Myself and Anna have our own independent businesses, but we teamed up here together a strategy where we're creating content, and there's nothing to stop us from adding value here, giving our website link and people checking it out because we mentioned it. Okay. So that's a strategy in itself. So be more creative, engaging, deliver valuable content that would, in a format that would be impossible for any of those platforms to keep it in. Okay, yes, we are hopefully streaming live today. I didn't check it on LinkedIn. But at the same time, we're able to provide content that could bring people to our own websites if we want to, or anywhere on the internet. The same with YouTube and Facebook. That's one method. But for me, I would think that the smartest way, while it's creating different content, right, is the ultimate one is a quiz funnel. I say that quiz funnel. Now, I'm using the term quiz loosely here because there's loads of different types of quizzes out there. But the thing about quiz funnels and that type of content, it is too complex and interactive for Google to be able to display it on their website. They may be able to give it context, but in order to engage people on a complex quiz funnel, and quiz funnels are just plain fun in the first place, and people love going there, right? And it is.
Pardon me, because of the complexity behind quiz funnels, and you can't fit it in just in one line, then Google will allow you to go to the website actually to complete the quiz funnel, and then you have your prospects or potential clients.
Yeah, you do. Now, quiz funnels are very often misunderstood, and people think that they're these gimmicky type of games. No, when they're done correctly, they can fit in anywhere into your business plan, your sales pipeline in various different stages. They can even close sales when done correctly, right? And they work for every single type of business that's out there. So, even if it's a simple quiz that you're asking, depending on the type of business, what type of dog matches your personality, or if you're a skincare company, what kind of skin routine suits your skin type, you're grabbing people's attention and keeping them. It's interactive, keeping them focused. And unlike any other methods, quiz funnels are part of the experience of the user taking part in that. So they feel like they're getting some value. You cannot offer an experience or value like that on any social media platform or on a search engine. Therefore, people are inclined to click through to your website where you have this inside in your blog post, or whether you have it embedded in your website or a standalone landing page. So they provide real value when it's done right.
Yeah, in a ways, I was just thinking, from a user perspective, yeah, it is quite easy. And all of the talk about those zero-click searches, it saves a lot of time to get the general information, to do maybe your general research. And now with all the AI tools, it's definitely much easier. And I know that we had some of the comments there from Leif that he was saying that he's actually going completely AI, using AI as a search engine.
Yeah.
Especially now that can search the web, right? So that's another, probably, I can't say another big challenge, but we don't know how it's going to evolve, right? But there are many reasons that people do that. But in general, for quick information or quick research, that's where we all stay. But if you think that somebody if you're more creative and you have quiz funnels, so I don't know if any other methods there, then you need to be creative. You need to have that person who is looking after your marketing, that they will create something that people take step by step, and Google cannot put it in one line. Am I right?
There is, but you said something there which is quite interesting, that people will possibly end up using, and I know a few people are already doing it, using AI tools as their search engine. And yeah, you do get a lot of time saved, and a lot of information come back to you very quickly, and it serves a purpose. But if you're somebody who has a pain, something you're looking for a solution in, you will get generalized information, but you will not get a personalized solution for you, right? Okay. So in the skincare routine, as an example, when it's done correctly, it's personalized. The information that's coming back to you is for you. It's for your skin type. It's not for anybody else, right?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. There's not an AI tool out there that you, at the moment, could depend on to give you the correct information for skin routine.
Okay.
I could be proven wrong on that, but
more information to the personalized experience. I like that. So I think we can finish on that note, Thomas. If somebody is looking for that personalized experience, and that definitely to go to quiz funnels, or there may be another solution to it where you actually bring people to your website, and then for general information, and as I'm using it every day, and to some extent you use also, Thomas, that we get that quick research done by staying on Google website or even go to AI. And I know that ChatGPT is quite advanced now with all the web searches, and so Google, and more is coming, I believe.
Yeah, so look, what I would say is that anybody wants to know more about this, well, use the tools that are out there. But if you want to talk to somebody, and whether you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, or whether it's YouTube, what I would suggest to look is on my LinkedIn. I have it here again, right? There's my LinkedIn. I just private message me or put a comment into my LinkedIn, and I'll come back to you. If it's on YouTube that you're checking us out, put a comment in and say that you'd like to have a discussion with me about different things, whether it's quiz funnels or AI tools. And the same with Facebook. And when you talk to me, I don't have Anna's details here up in front of me, but when you do talk to me, if you want to talk to Anna about anything, I can give you her details at that stage. And just seeing as this is a special show, Anna, right?
Yeah. The best thing I say is probably LinkedIn for now, for me anyway. So.
Yeah. So I think we're going to finish the show at that. We're here at 16:34 GMT +1. So we're just bang on the time to play us out. And I think, Anna, we might just go and, just for the fun of it again, I do still have it here, I think, right? The Practical Show song. Right.
Well,
stop.
We'll guide you to the light. AI tools and strategies, insights from the best. VIP guests sharing secrets. Success is our quest. Grow your business, take the lead with AI and wisdom. Plant the seed. Tune in, stay sharp, let knowledge flow. The Practical Show is where you'll grow.